want to turn our attention back to the tornado tragedy as the Midwest recovers from the series of storms, some that proved deadly. Our teams have been right in the middle of where some of the worst tornadoes caused such destruction. That is including Washington, Illinois, where an EF4 tornado hit. That's where we find our Reynolds Wolf. And Reynolds, I'm guessing that this was pretty shocking to people to happen this time of year, but it seems as if there was enough warning. It seems like we saved a lot of lives.
About 15 minutes. And you know, I tell you, we actually spoke with a gentleman yesterday who is a fan of the Weather Channel and actually been keeping up with the Weather Channel throughout much of the morning, through the midday hours, of course, when the tornado struck just a little bit after 11. And thankfully, they did take shelter and they were fine. There was one fatality, though, in this particular area in Washington, Illinois. And you can see Washington State, Stephanie, right behind me. Sun's coming up, but still damage everywhere. These are just a handful of the 500 homes that were destroyed by the powerful EF4 winds that came churning through this area. A lot of damage left, and let me tell you, a lot of people still shattered from this experience.
2 days after a massive tornado outbreak, families continue to sift through the wreckage, scattered for miles by more than 50 tornadoes.
You know, this is hard to look at. This is once our community.
Washington, Illinois, a community ravaged by a massive twister, an EF4 that ripped open a path 5 miles long and 1/10 of a mile wide, destroying hundreds of homes.
Probably that it happened at church time where we had people not in their homes. Helped out a little bit.
But not nearly enough. Everywhere you look, it's impossible to escape the evidence of the tornado's fury and the raw emotions of what so many across the region have been through.
I was just waiting for it to bust through that wall at any second.
And take you with it?
Yep. And then just like that, it was over.
We will recover. We will prevail over these tornadoes.
Signs of resilience so many will need as they begin the long, difficult recovery.
And you know, right now, part of that recovery is just getting a cup of coffee, getting a pat on the back, maybe a hug from another neighbor. And a lot of people are just doing that at one of 2 Red Cross shelters that they've set up right here in this area. Many people who are staying in these houses now staying with relatives or the shelters we just mentioned. But let me tell you, it's going to be a long time before this area feels like home again. Many of these houses, Steph, a total loss. Let's send it back to you.
So hard to see. And our heart goes out to everyone. Reynolds, thank you for that report.